when adding and subtracting radicals, it's important to look for like radicals. These radicals are both multiples of radical 5, so it can be combined. These are both multiples of radical 7, radical 11. This group has some that are multiples of radical 3, so those can be combined with one another. And this group has some that are multiples of radical 21 and some that are multiples of radical 7, so those individuals can be grouped. So you're looking for like radicals. 20 of something plus 3 of something would be 23 of that thing. So 20 radical 5 plus 3 radical 5 would be 23 radical 5. 11 of something minus 3 of something would be 8 of that thing. So 11 radical 7s minus 3 radical 7s would be 8 radical 7s. Negative 7 of something minus 5 of that same thing would be negative 12 of that same thing. So negative 7 times the square root of 11 minus 5 times the square root of 11. We're really looking basically at coefficients here. Negative 7 minus 5 would be negative 12. Now here we have some terms that are like and some terms that are not like radicals. So 11 radical 3 minus 12 radical 3. Well, some of you might want to group the positive radicals together. So 11 radical 3 plus 3 radical 3 would be 14 radical 3 minus 12 radical 3. So 14 minus 12 would be 2 radical 3, and then we still have plus 35. So these are the three terms that could be combined. So 11 minus 12 would be negative 1. Negative 1 plus 3 would be positive 2. And those two things are all radical 3s. And then we have to add the 35 that is not a like radical to the rest. Down here, we'll combine the 3 radical 7 and the negative 10 radical 7. So 3 minus 10 would be negative 7. So negative 7 radical 7. And then we have positive 5 minus 8 would be minus 3 radical 21. You might see that you have 7 and 21, so you might think, well, 21 times 3 is 7. That's correct, but we're looking for perfect square factors of 21, and there are not any. So right now, this would be simplified as negative 7 radical 7 minus 3 times the square root of 21.